Hi, this is Papa Chris of USAP LANG TAYO podcast. I've been using Anchor as a platform to give love advices, life realizations, and self-worth talks. If you haven't heard about Anchor, it's the easiest way to make a podcast. Why? First of all, it is free. You heard it right, no membership, no fees at all. In addition to this, there is a creation tools that allows you to record and edit your podcast right from your computer or phone. Moreover, Anchor will distribute your podcast for you, so it can be heard on Spotify, Apple Podcast, and many more. Not only that, you can make money from your podcast with no minimum listenership. Amazing, right? It's everything you need to make a podcast in one place. Download the Anchor app and start your podcast today.
You know? What's up mga pre? It's your Papa Chris back again with another episode of USAP LANG TAYO. Malamig ang simoy ng hangin, lalo na pag wala kang jowa. Bare months is so fast. Yung nakaraan ay September lang, no? Ayun ay October na. Obvious naman. Simulan nyo na humanap ng makapal na kumot o makapal na jacket dahil malamig ang simoy ng hangin na may kasamang ulan. Ingatan ng mga sarili nyo. You take care of yourselves. Kasi sa panahon nyo yun, bawal magkasakit. Pero pwedeng lumabas. So yun nga, magbabasa muna tayo ng email from our listener. It's from Uranus Garcia. Teka, ba't na iba naiisip ko si Uranus? Again, if you have something to share or if you want advice, mapa mental health man yan, mapa love life, wisdoms, send mo na sa akin yan sa email na nasa description ng episode na to with a hashtag ULT. It's uppercase U for umbrella, L for Larry, T for Tom. And I'll do my best to answer those questions or perhaps feature natin yan sa future episodes natin. Okay, so basahin natin yung pinadala sa ating email ni Uranus Garcia. Oy, joke lang ha, baka ma-offend ko yung mga may Uranus sa pangalan, ano? Okay, so sabi ni Uranus Garcia, Papa Chris, currently I am in a 4 years of relationship with my girlfriend. Maalaga siya, mabait, maganda, anything that a man would want from a woman. Nasa kanya na. But the thing is, hindi na ako masaya. In a sense na hindi ko na na-feel ang love na tulad ng dati. Walang mali sa kanya, nasa akin ang mali siguro. Dahil kung walang mali sa akin, hindi ko maiisip ang mga bagay na to. Paano ba, Papa Quiz, pag di na ako masaya? Ano bang dapat gawin kapag hindi na masaya? Thank you and more power sa podcast mo. Ako, yan na nga sinasabi ko, no? Paano kapag hindi na masaya? No? Paano pag wala ng spark? Paano kapag nagbago ng lahat? Medyo madaming katanungan. Pero, sasagutin natin yan. We will dissect and discuss this topic. Mga bagay or the things that you can do if you are unhappy in a relationship. Pero bago lahat, shoutout ko muna ang Team Suma ng aking COD family Sila tong si Carl, si Princess, si Monching. Yan, mga addict talaga yan. Shoutout din sa Team We Care, We Love, ang aking YouTube fam. Shoutout din sa Team Born of Gold, kay Alex, kay Maki, kay Robin, kay Jeffy. Na sumusuporta talaga sa podcast na to. Lalo na kay Jeffy, no, na lumipat na sa ibang kumpanya. O shoutout din kay Coach Marian, kay Coach Rob. Shoutout din sa mga corpmix ko dyan sa Saitel. Shoutout din sa Team Call Center Rambulan. Shoutout din sa Team Aubrey's. Shoutout din kay Hannah, Mamasita and Friends. Shoutout din sa new listeners ng podcast na to. By the way, this podcast is this episode is sponsored by Anchor, the easiest way to make a podcast. Alright, so let's go straight to the topic. What to do if you are unhappy in a relationship? Ano ba yung mga reasons bakit dumarating tayo sa punto na hindi na tayo nagiging masaya sa relasyon? Most of the time, we feel unhappy in a relationship if when we feel that we are unappreciated. This is where the feeling of you are being taken for granted comes in. Okay? So, pwede nga yung there are times na your partner seem to always count on you, and that's when they need something from you. On the other hand, they don't seem to think of you when they need something. So, ang siste, wala nang give and take. Give ka lang ng give. And to be honest, it's exhausting. Nakakapagod yung ganun. Nakakapagod yung ganito. Kasi you're giving love, but you are not receiving love. Diba? And that's something na you don't want to be in a situation. Kasi that's where you lose your individuality. Diba? I mean, you lose something that you deserve. So, Papa Chris, what should I do if I feel unappreciated? First off, the very first thing na kailangan mong gawin is to talk to your partner. Communication is the key, mga friend. I mean, most of the time kasi, they misinterpret what they see. Minsan, nakala nila okay ang lahat because you're showing them na it's okay. I mean, everything is fine. But really, it's not. Di ba? Maybe they don't realize that you're feeling that way, and talking to them can, help them understand what they need to do to make it, to make you feel appreciated. Diba? Somehow talking is it may seem daunting, but that's fine, mga friend. That's okay. Many people are actually takot, frightened by expressing themselves clearly and honestly with vulnerability. Okay, but if you really want to make things clear with your partner, sabihin sa kanya kung ano yung nararamdaman mo, kung medyo hindi ko nararamdaman na parang binavalue mo ako. The very first thing that you need to do is to be transparent with your partner, and that is by communicating with your partner. When you are actually in a relationship, mga friend, for a very long time, there will be times na you or your partner will not be happy. That's actually true. There could be many reasons for the unhappiness in a relationship. There's actually a lot. Pwedeng arguing over little things, or bringing up past history. Yan, yung mga nangungukat ng mga exes, mga pinagsisilosan. Diba? Or problems with raising children, finding fault, and many other issues and so on. Napakadami nun. Our relationship, to be honest, is not just all about roses and fragrances. It also has thorns in it. Meaning, hindi lagi masaya sa relasyon. Darating kayo sa punto na hindi kayo magkakasundo. Magtatalo kayo at magkakatampukan. Pero what's the very important step na dapat mong gawin kapag dumating ka sa ganitong scenario is talk with your partner. Again, it's really easy to talk with your partner, be transparent with your partner, than to, make them guess on what's happening, kung bakit ka nagkaganyan, kung ano ba nangyayari sa'yo. Kasi, there are times na, well, technically, hindi naman lahat mind readers, diba? So what I'm actually trying to say is you have to be transparent with your partner so that they will know what to do. Diba? Wag mo silang parang bigyan ng mga hints or mga dapat gawin kapag nag-iinarte ka or may mood swings ka or nagtatampo ka. Somehow at some point I cannot blame you. Who am I? Kapag, especially sa mga babae, na may mga mood swings, that's fine. That's normal. Pero, again, at some point, you have to be transparent with your partner so that your partner will be able to do the right thing for you to not feel that way. Okay? Kasi doon nagsisimula yun eh. Feeling mo, di ka na mahal, or feeling mo nakakulangan ka na, or feeling mo hindi nawawalan siya ng oras sa'yo. Kasi there are times na hindi ganun ang case. It's not always gonna be the case. May times na pwedeng busy lang siya or baka may pinagkakaabalahan sa kung ano mang bagay yon. There's a lot of reasons actually. And that's the reason why I'm telling you na you have to be transparent with your partner. So that's the very first step. Again, communication is the key. Okay? So, yun. There are times kasi, Papa Chris, na parang gusto ko nang tapusin yung relasyon. So, ano bang dapat kong gawin? First of all, if you're thinking to end your relationship right away without doing anything, then I think there's something wrong with you. Okay? Like I said, a relationship, it takes two to tango and it takes two to break it. If you were thinking to break up with your partner just because you feel that you are unappreciated, there's something wrong with you. Why? Because, unang-una, if you really love the person, you would not resort into that option first. Kasi, tandaan mo ng isang bagay kapag nasira, hindi agad tinatapon yan. We always try to find a solution for it. Let's say, for example, nasira yung sapatos mo, natanggal yung swelas. Yung swelas na yun, napakamahal. Yung sapatos itself is expensive. Do you really think na throwing it away is going to be an ideal way of doing things? Do you really think na it's ideal na itapon mo yun even though pinaghirapan mo yung pambili mo doon? Kasi it's expensive nga. Do you really think it's a good answer to your problem? No. Of course, you will try to fix it. How? Siyempre, hanap ka ng shoe glue or glue shoes or kahit anong pandikit. Basta magdikit yung swelas na yun sa sapatos mo. And then after that, what will happen next is that it'll be fixed. Diba? Kasi you were able to find the right solution to the problem, which is finding the glue to make sure that the shoes itself and then yung swelas o sabihin natin takong, kung ano pa man ang tawag doon, magdidikit. Okay? Minsan, if you have a problem, you also have to understand or you also have to know what is the right solution. Okay? The problem will be fixed by the right solution. Okay? Hindi lang basta may problema, ito agad yung solution. No, it's not like that. It's not always gonna be the case. So, ang sagot ko doon, if you are thinking na you will end up a relationship just because you feel unappreciated, you have to ask yourself again. You have to ask yourself if you are really sure about it. Because again, Like I've said in my previous episode, kung saan merong tinapi ko yung holding on or letting go, you have to ask yourself first, are you really sure that you want to end the relationship just because you are feeling this way? Are you really sure na you are ready to see your partner, your current partner, to be happy with someone else? I mean, pag iniwan mo siya, pag iniwan mo ba siya, syempre naghiwalay na kayo, matatanggap mo ba, makakaya mo ba na masaya na siya sa pili ng iba? Kaya mo ba yun? Diba? Jumbo hotdog, kaya mo ba to? So you have to ask yourself. Second is that you have to exhaust all of your resources if you will resort into that option. Kasi masarap magdesisyon ng alam mong nagawa mo ng lahat. What I'm actually trying to say here is that you have to at least make sure na nagawa mo na lahat ang dapat gawin, like, talking to your partner, finding solution to fix it before you let go of your partner. Kasi most of the time, kaya tayo nasasaktan when we broke up with someone else is because we failed to make the right decision. Okay? We failed to realize what is the good thing or what's the good thing to be done on that particular situation, which is what? You ask yourself if you're sure, and then second, exhaust all of your resources. Diba? Hindi laging hiwalayan ng sagot kung merong sigalot sa relasyon. Okay? You always have to understand na breaking up with someone is not always the solution if you are unhappy in a relationship, if you are unappreciated, if you feel that you're not being loved by your partner. Hindi hiwalayan ng sagot. It always have to start with talking. Okay? So, yun. Papa Chris, teka lang, babasahin ko tong tanong. Okay, Papa Chris, kami ng aking girlfriend ay lagi nag-aaway. Lagi kami naghahanapan ng mali. Lagi niya akong kinukumpara sa iba. Naiinis na po ako. Ano po ba ang gagawin ko? From ano to? Yung kanina yung nagtanong, yung sa breakup, si Andrew, tapos yung isa si Mary Grace. Okay, so sabi ni Mary Grace, yun yan, naghahanapan sila ng mali. Siguro if you're in that situation, you're gonna have to ask kung bakit kayo naghahanapan ng mali. I think what you're trying to say is that pag nag-aaway kayo, nagsusumbatan kayo. I think yun yung ibig mong sabihin sa akin. And if that's going to be the case, it's actually not healthy, to be honest with you. Kung naghahanapan kayo ng mali. Alright? You don't do that to me. Mali yata na pindot ko. Visit. Anyway, so if you're in that particular situation kung naghahanap kayo ng mali, first off, I will still resort into communicating bakit kayo naghahanapan ng mali. Bakit kayo nagsusumbatan, bakit kayo nag-aaway. Siguro ang dapat mong gawin at that particular point is to find the root cause why he or she is blaming you. I mean, your partner, Mergis, you have to ask why he keeps on blaming you each and every time that you're having an argument. Kasi there are times na the reason why yung iba nagsusumbatan is because they are insecure in such way na let's say a scenario na kung saan nag-aaway yung mag-isawa, so nagsusumbatan sila, like, ako nagtatrabaho sa pamilyang to, so wala kang karapatan para umasta ng ganyan. Ganyan. So, mga mabibigat na salita. Pero pagka ganoon, kailangan nyo mag-usap na masinsinan. Yung maayos na usapan, yung maayos yung, a clear mind of, state of mind. Kailangan nyo ring isettle yun ang maayos. Kasi if you will keep on blaming someone or bringing up their faults or the wrong things that they have done in the past, it's not gonna be healthy. It's gonna be a toxic, and it will actually destroy your mental health. That's why you're gonna have to talk with your partner, like, sit down, have a coffee, ask him what's happening to us, ano ba nangyayari sa atin, bakit tayo mapod sa puntong ganito, 'di ba? Kasi you always have to understand the reason why he is or you are blaming is because both of you have faults here. Yan ang nakikita ko. Hindi ko siya ginajudge, hindi rin kita ginajudge. What I'm actually trying to say is hindi kayo darating sa ganyang punto kung wala kang mali na gawa para sa kanya, at hindi rin siguro darating sa punto na susumbatan mo rin siya dahil may mali siya nagawa, 'di ba? There's always a reason for everything, and that's for you to find out. You have to find it out, and that's by talking, by communicating with your partner. Okay? Wag mong hayaan dumating sa punto na masisira kayo just because you keep on throwing toxicity in each other. Kasi it will, of course, perhaps make your relationship, fail. At the same time, it will destroy your mental health. Kasi you will keep on thinking of the things na sinasabi niya. It's like a loop na nakalagay na sa utak mo, like sinabihan kang palamunin or pokpok or malante or what, 'di ba? Tatatak yan sa utak mo, no? So you have to settle it by talking with your partner in a clear state of mind. Okay? So lastly, most of the time kasi the reason why yung iba they feel unappreciated or parang feeling nila hindi na sila masaya sa isang relasyon is because they're trying to find something na wala dun sa partner nila. Hinahanap nila yung something na gusto nilang makita. And dito minsan pumapasok yung cheating, kasi they're trying to find something na wala dun sa partner nila from someone else. Okay? And that's actually not really, good, because kung lagi mong hanapin yung kulang sa iba, hindi ka nakakontento. Most likely, you will not be happy. In a sense na kapag may isang kulang, makukulangan ka. I mean, obviously. Hahanapin mo yun sa iba. That's why I keep on telling everyone na if you're going to enter in a relationship, if you're going to love someone, you have to love yourself first. You have to be complete as well. You have to make sure that you can stand alone, so that when things get messed up, when the shit hits the fan, you know that you can stand alone. You know that, hey, I don't care if you will leave me, I can stand alone because I love myself. Alright? So, dapat ganon. Pero going back, sabi ko nga, may mga iba na hinahanap kasi nila yung kulang ng mga partner nila sa iba. So kung nasa ganong scenario ka, or kung nasa ganong moment ka ngayon, what I would suggest first off is that you have to be grateful for what you have. I mean, look at the positive things that you and your partner contribute to your relationship. Diba? I mean, everyone has faults. Lahat may mali. I mean, even me, even you, even him, or even all of us. Diba? Is there a, positive things that you can say to your partner? Think of the positive things that you can say to your partner. Is positivity is it more positivity than negativity? Diba? Are you happy, married each other? Diba? You have to first focus on the things that you can control instead of the things that you cannot control. And what are the things that you can control? Your relationship. Diba? It's something that you can control. Problems, it's something that you cannot control because it will happen. It's inevitable, guys. Diba? Mga friend, inevitable. Diba? Parang, I am inevitable. Thanos. Diba? Ganun siya. Mangyayari siya. It's normal. It's fine. Again, it's uncontrollable. You cannot control that. But what you can control is the relationship itself. Okay? So, yun yung bagay na pwede mong kontrolin. Okay? And you can control it, or both of you actually can control it. Depends on how you execute. Okay? Second, if you're in the in a state na you're feeling unhappy because you're parang nakukulangan ka, mga pre, you don't try to change your partner. That's the second thing. I know that some of you are actually like this, merong mga times na halimbawa, ikaw, sabihin natin halimbawa, fan ka ng K-pop tas yung boyfriend mo hindi, pero gusto mo K-pop and then gusto mo K-pop rin siya, 'di ba? So parang binabago mo yung personality niya, wherein hindi dapat, 'di ba? You don't try to change your partner. I mean, in the first place, you chose this relationship. No one forced you to become a part of his life or a part of, being a couple. I mean, there is something na obviously na attracting from your partner. 'Di ba? Kumbaga, the reason why you said yes or you courted that particular person is because there is something attracting to him or something that you really, really liked about him or her. Okay? Your partner had some faults that, you as well. Diba? And kung hindi nila ma-meet yung ganong standards, that's fine. What's the most important is that they love you, they support you, and they're willing to go through all the way just because, to make sure na you will be happy in a relationship. Those are the three most important things if you're in that, if you're in a relationship. And I think that's the reason why some of the relationships fail, because they're trying to change their partner into someone na hindi naman talaga sila. They're trying to become someone who they not really are. Diba? So, yun. Third thing na gusto kong sabihin is that kapag hindi ka na masaya, and you are in the process of, talking with your partner. Let's say, nasunod mo yung sinasabi ko na kausapin mo siya, mag-usap kayo to, make things right. Do not be a right fighter. Okay? What I'm actually trying to say is that may mga times na you are prolonging arguments until your partner gives up and says, you're right. Sige, tama ka naman eh. Oo na, sige na. Mga ganun. This is actually the trait of being a controller, mga friend. And it's not really attractive. Okay? You have to understand na the number 6 let's say may kaharap ka and you have a number 6 in the front of you, it may be a number 9 on his perspective, on her perspective. Okay? So basically, you have to look at the issues of your partner. I mean, you have to put yourself into her shoes or his shoes. Okay? Most likely, they have a point too. And they should be given consideration. Diba? I mean, your partner may see things differently, and that's not always wrong. Diba? Not everything should be done according to one's person's idea of what is right or what is wrong. Hindi pwedeng ikaw lang nasusunod. You have talk with your partner. Understand, lawakan mo yung pang-unama mo kung saan siya nanggagaling, where he or she is coming from, so that you'll meet halfway. Diba? Kasi pag gano'n ang ginagawa nyo, like, you're always telling that you're right. You're always telling na ikaw ang tama sa relasyon nito. You're always telling na, tell them that ikaw ang nakakaalam sa kung anong dapat gawin o kung anong dapat mangyari. Chances are, hindi kayo magkakasalubong, magkakasalisay kayo. Okay, and that's the reason why you end up having a failed relationship is because you're not meeting halfway. Hindi nyo naiintindihan ng isa't isa. Okay? Expect respect and give it too. That's one of the very vital thing na dapat meron kayo sa isang relasyon. Respect. Okay? Most of the time, merong mga tao na nasa isang relasyon na nawawalan sila ng respeto sa isa't isa. Again, this is a two-way street. In any relationship, you have to demand respect, but you also have to show respect. If you want to be respected by your partner, you have to respect your partner as well. Okay? I mean, you don't have to resort to name-calling, curse, belittle. You don't have to act superior, or you don't have to resort to physical attacks. Diba? Be kind and understanding and expect your partner to reciprocate. Kasi most of the time, if they feel valued, if they feel loved, they're gonna do it the same. Diba? In other words, you have to treat your partner the way you wanted to be treated. Diba? Kumbaga, do not do to others what you don't want others to do unto you. Okay? And vice versa, do to others what you want others to do unto you. Okay? If you want to feel loved, then show love as well. Diba? Lastly, ano pa ba yung sabihin ko? Nakalimutan ko na. Siguro, yung pinaka gusto kong sabihin, pinaka bottom line ng episode na to, paano kung hindi ka na masaya sa relasyon nyo, is to first ask yourself. Kasi ganito ako eh. This is what I am doing each and every time that I am in a relationship. If there's something wrong, I always ask myself, is there something wrong with me? If there is teka, nabubulol ako. Anyway, first of all, each and every time that I'm in a relationship, I always ask myself if there's something wrong. You don't want to put all the hate, put all the disrespect, put all the anger towards your partner, kasi that's not really healthy. That's not gonna help you fix the things that you want to, fix. You have to understand na hindi lahat, hindi siya magkaganon perhaps. Kung wala kang ginawa or kung nakulangan sa'yo or what. So, the very first step na ginagawa ko or nung time na dumating ako sa ganyang punto is, I ask myself, kulang ba yung oras na binibigay ko? Nawawalan na ba ako ng oras sa kanya? Nagiging nagbabago na ba ako in a sense na yung ginagawa ko dati, di ko na nagagawa sa kanya? Things like that. you have to first ask yourself if there's something wrong so that you'll be able to identify the root cause and as well as create an action plan on how you can fix the problem. Kasi yung iba, halimbawa, pag sinasabing, pre, hindi na ako masaya sa relasyon. Tapos sabihin ng iba, di, walay mo na, huwag mo siyang saktan or what, diba? Or, tapusin niya na relasyon mo, di ka na pala masaya. And that's actually not an ideal advice. Baka, pre, you don't really need to, or you don't really want to absorb those kind of advices because it's not really ideal. Bakit mo hihiwalayan or bakit mo iiwanan ng taong mahal mo sa kadahilan ng di mo lang nararamdaman na ina-appreciate ka or minamahal ka or nagbabago na siya? Is that really always gonna be the case? Diba? Like I said, mga pre, in a relationship, it's not all roses and fragrances. There'll be thorns in it. And it takes a very matured person to hold the rose with the thorns in it. Okay? Hindi sa relasyon hindi lagi masaya. Okay. Darating yung mga panahon na things will get messed up. Things will, will be worse. Things will get, ugly. And that's the time na papasok yung tinatawag na commitment. You're gonna have to sometimes leaving is not an option, but staying and fixing things might work. Okay? Hindi laging solusyon ang hiwalayan. Okay? And that's the reason why most of the time relationship fail again is because they were able to do the first two things kapag may problema. Ano yung two things na yung Chris? One is that you have to identify the root cause. Ano ba ang naging problema? Bakit nagkaroon ng problema? So you're gonna have to identify kung bakit. Okay? Hindi mo na itatanong kung paano nagka-problema. Kasi andyan na eh. Andyan na yan. You're gonna have to ask bakit. Para maisip mo, ma-identify mo, or perhaps you're gonna have to, find the seed of the tree, kumbaga. Yung pinaka-root cause kung bakit kayo nagkakaroon ng pagtatalo. And the second most important thing is when you're able to identify the problem itself, the root cause of the problem rather, that's when you create an action plan. Okay? Most of the time kasi, meron tayong mga times na naisip natin na ito pala yung problema, pero we're not acting towards it. There's no execution. Okay? So what's the sense of you thinking that this is right, this is the best thing to do for you to be able to fix a problem, and you're not doing anything? Diba? It's not making sense. That's the very important thing that you're gonna have to do. Again, if you have a problem, regardless kung sa relasyon man, kung sa pamilya or whatever, you have to do first. You have to do those two things. You have to identify the root cause of the problem. That's the first one. And the second thing is you have to create an action plan. That way you'll be able to, solve problems way easier than before. Kasi you have a pattern na. You have the steps to follow when you have a problem. Isa pa, most of the time, nararamdaman natin na hindi na masaya is because we always wanted to be happy and we're not anticipating that there are times na magiging malungkot tayo. Okay. Tandaan nyo na kapag papasok kayo sa relasyon, again, you have to anticipate that there will be times na mag-aaway kayo. And it takes a mature person to understand na or to anticipate na this is what's happening, this is what's going to happen, and I'm ready for it because I love this person. Paano kapag hindi ka na masaya? Well, unang-una, kapag hindi ka na masaya, you have to think first, bakit hindi ka na masaya? Okay? Hindi ka gagawa agad muna ng action plan kasi you have to identify muna kung bakit hindi ka na masaya. Ano ba yung reason? Hinahanap ko ba yung kulang sa kanya or nakukulangan ako sa kanya or sinasaktan ko ba? Well, that's a different story, of course. Or nawawalan ng oras sa'yo, or di ka na, wala nang extracurricular activities. Mga ganong bagay, no? And that's the reason why it's very important for you to understand the root cause of the issue. You don't blame it to your partner na kasi nakakalimutan ka ng oras, or wala na tayong bebe time, mga ganyan. Kaya dapat you have to first identify kung bakit nafe-feel mo na hindi ka na masaya. And the very last thing na gagawin mo after that is ito na yung action plan. You have to talk. You have to talk with your partner kasi at the end of the day, kayo lang ang makakasolve yan. Kayo lang ang mas nakakilala sa isa't isa. Not everyone, not me of course. I mean, who am I? Not even your friends, okay? Not even your family. The both of you kayo lang yung susi para sa ganyang problema. Hindi nyo pwedeng i-assign sa kaibigan nyo kasi yung kaibigan nyo, most of the time kasi, halimbawa, may kaibigan ka, bibigyan mo siya ng sasabihin mo, may problema ako, syempre ikakampihan ka niyan. That's the very first thing that they're gonna do because they are your friend. I mean, you are their friend, diba? Pero it's very rare to find a person who's gonna give you a non-biased point of view, a non-biased advice. That's why here in USAP Lang Tayo, I always give advices in a non-biased point of view so that you'll be able to gauge what's the best thing for you, what's the best thing that will work for you. Okay? Nag-promote. Diba? So yun, mag-usap kayo, you have to ask, palitan kayo ng thoughts, and then once you're able to do that, doon kayo magkakaalaman kung ano bang dapat niyang gawin para hindi mo ma-feel na hindi ka na masaya. Okay? Again, ulitin ko, sabihin sa inyo na if you're feeling unhappy in a relationship, you have to think first, bakit hindi ka na masaya sa relasyon. You have to identify the root cause. And lastly, once you're able to identify the root cause, you have to communicate with your partner so that your partner will be able to do what's the best thing to do if you are in the process or if you are feeling that particular way. Okay? Huwag kayong puro iwala na kita. Ayoko na sa'yo. Hanap na ako ng ibang babae. Na ganyan, bawde yan, pinapalakpakan yan. Joke lang. Okay, so yun lang. Makalain mo yun, natapos na natin yung 30 minutes nating pag-uusap. So, ayun, sobrang salamat. Again, kung di nyo pa ako na-follow sa Spotify at YouTube, search nyo lang USAP Lang Tayo. That's USAP space lang space tayo. Makikita nyo na yan sa YouTube at Spotify. Please follow me on those platforms, especially sa YouTube. Hit like and subscribe ka na rin para sa updated episodes natin. And of course, sa Twitter natin, meron tayong at ULT, uppercase ULT and then lowercase TALKS. That's at ULT Talks. And also sa aking Instagram, that's at Papa Crazy. Follow niyo rin ako dyan para update kayo sa mga susunod na usapan natin. So again, this has been Papa Chris of Usap Lang Tayo na nagsasabing mga pre, masarap magmahal ng iba basta single ka. Huwag yun ang gagawin pag magmahal ng iba pag meron kayong may current partner kayo, kutusan ko kayo. Okay, so usap ulit tayo sa next episode ng Usap Lang Tayo. Bye-bye and keep safe.